Hey guys, I'm gonna do another review of a mod by The Boss. Aren't I original? Now, I know what you're all thinking. Is it Supermod? No, it's actually The Cure 2, which apparently is some kind of continuation of The Cure 1. If you guys remember my review of The Cure, you should know that I gave it a very mixed review. On one hand, it has some cool and unique ideas. The Boss was also very tongue-in-cheek with it, which gave it a refreshing feel. But overall, it lacked detail and felt a bit unpolished. Anyway, today we'll be reviewing part 2 of The Cure. Where we last picked off, Jimmy had to do a bunch of errands in order to save Algernon's dog. How, you might ask? Ebola. We needed the cure for Ebola, hence the mission name. Beatrice gave us the cure and we gave it to Algernon, who then fed it to his dog. The dog got shreked and Algernon became a mission boss. Upon confronting Beatrice, who gave us the cure to begin with, she got hostile and attacked us as well. We defeated her and got awarded with a super spud gun of some sort. So here we are, the Cure 2. Well, let's pop a quarter in this bitch and see what we got. It all starts off very basic, but with a lot of improvements. You're now able to pick which part of the mission you want to play, just in case you fail it and find yourself doubtful of having to replay it all. You may also pick difficulty and how the dialogue should work. The mission starts off in the cafeteria where Pete and Jimmy reminisce about the previous events of The Cure 1, when all of a sudden, Norton, a crack dealer, appears and attacks you. Okay. Oh, fuck. As it's strongly hinted at, Pete is a crack addict and Norton is a crack dealer who Pete never paid back for the drugs that he purchased. You beat him up and Pete tells you that he's in debt to some crack dealers in Blue Skies. Alright. The crack dealers consist of members from the townies and greasers. We try to make our way out of the school but find ourselves on lockdown by the Bulworth Police Department. I mean, I'm guessing that all of the students behind you should not be here either, but you're kind of just ignoring them. So we meet up with Melvin, who is in the library, who tells us to teach Crabblesnitch a lesson. We then have to take out Crabblesnitch. It's actually interesting how detailed this part of the mission is. If you take out your spud gun and shoot someone, that person will yell out for backup and alarm their backup that you have a gun. Alright, Crabblesnitch, time to get shreked. No, I won't. Taking a Crabblesnitch is also the most difficult part of this mission in my opinion, since you're stuck in a very small and eventually crowded room where you can easily find yourself getting stuck to various of furniture. Oh, get off me! No! Shit! No! Fuck! Ah, shit. Once Crabblesnitch and all of his 4 prefect goons have been dealt with, we make our way back to Melvin. Melvin. Apparently, we were not supposed to kill Crabblesnitch, but actually teach him a lesson about the safety of spud guns. Oops. Melvin then casts a spell and hilariously teleports us over to Blue Skies. That is awesome! Melvin then teleports back and we get told to find a drug dealer. What the fuck? More games should do that. We find a dealer, but he runs off and alerts all of his companions, so we now have to take all of them out at once. That is, unless we sneak up on them one by one. This part can actually be very challenging if you don't come prepared with a cavalry of spud guns and bottle rockets, so make sure to smash some crates in case you run out of ammo. Oh wow, I should not have done this. I should have acted stealthy. This is not looking too good. Don't shit, don't! No! Fuck. A problem I found is that the AI in this warehouse is really bad. Occasionally I found myself surprised at how alert the AI was, but on other occasions I got surprised at how some of them did not notice me, even when I attacked them. I don't think I can really blame the boss for this, since it's obviously a mistake on Rockstar's end. After all, this location was rarely ever used in missions, so it's to be expected that the NPCs will get confused or in some cases not react at all. Oh, wow. Okay, now let's begin with this one. He doesn't give a fuck. We take out all of the crack dealers and come face to face, or should I say, back to back, with the mastermind behind this organization, Edgar Munson. All of a sudden, Russell appears and steals our weapons. Now we must fight Edgar and his minions hand to hand. That is, unless you smash some crates. Once Edgar and his league of drug dealers have been taken out, we get back our weaponry. Remember when I mentioned that Russell stole our weapons? Yeah, he's gone. I'm not sure how or why, but he's just conveniently placed there to make Edgar's fight more difficult. After that, he's not needed and just vanishes. We get our weapons back and find a health kit and some crack. My assumption is that the health kit restored our health to full just in case we had found ourselves with little to no health left. The health kit just came off as redundant since there's plenty of crates with soda and even a soda machine in plain view that I took advantage of on multiple occasions.
That's some good chemicals.
Indeed. But there's no rest for young Hopkins, as the Bullworth PD have made their way into the drug-filled warehouse. Jimmy now makes his escape and meets up with Pete behind the warehouse. Pete thinks that they should smoke the crack and Jimmy agrees. Suddenly we run into Gary Smith, who tells us that we need to kill an orderly. Why? He pissed Gary Smith off. And no one ever fucks with Gary Smith. So we must make haste to the asylum where our victim, the orderly who's standing idly by, becomes our last target. After we knocked him out, the trio escapes and live happily ever after. The end. Yeah, I gotta look at this wall. Overall, I had a lot of fun with this mod. So much fun that I give it an 8 out of 10. It's fun, original, very tongue-in-cheek, which not only sets it apart from most other custom missions, but it also gives it a dash of originality. While the tasks that it gives you do seem pointless in some aspects, and how the mission just drones on and on even though it should have ended minutes ago, it still offers a ton of fun, and not to mention wacky dialogue. The dialogue in this episode of the Cure series also gives us some excusable answers to the inconsistencies of the Cure 1. Does this mean that I changed my opinion on the Cure 1? Well, not really. I stand by my opinion, and having questions regarding lacking of logic and consistency answered later rather than immediately makes it feel like something that was just thrown together just to put a band-aid over the scrap kneecap that was the Cure 1 storyline. To put it simple, it's just there because I brought it up in my previous review. Is that a bad thing? No, I appreciate it. But the way I see it, you should review each product separately instead of throwing them all into a ball of cluster and then present them all as one gigantic piece of story. So overall, I strongly recommend the Cure 2. Not only does it have some fun and unexpected moments, but it also feels intense, fresh, and creative. Totally worth your time if you just feel like playing something random for the sake of randomness.